Wonderful. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our Forex morning call. It's Wednesday, it's July, it's the 6th, and I'm really happy to have you here back so we can talk about the markets, about the most important products in trading, about our trade management, and maybe we have one or two new trading ideas. So I hope you had a good night and you have a wonderful start into your own trading day. And so I want to welcome you here on YouTube and of course on Traders Yard also, and Tess here on Zoom last time. Today up to tomorrow just only on YouTube or Traders Yard Live. Okay, Alexandro, Yanis, Aurel, good morning. I'm happy to have you here. We are completely independent from any broker. As you know, I work with a couple of brokers. It's Admirals, it's XTB, and it's XM, for example, and WHS also. So feel free. You will find the links below that video. Then you will see, and you can have a couple of benefits for you. Okay, you know, there's a kind of rumor in the markets that that affiliate guys. So, for example, you will open about my link an account at any broker. I will get a lot of money. This is not the case anymore. Since 2018, the ESMA from Europe, the government has forbidden that we can do this. So if you open an account at a broker with my affiliate account, I got a one-time payment. It's just in that case that I can buy an ice cream for me. But I don't get any affiliates or any money if you trade, if you make losses or win or profit, something like this. This is not any the case. This is valid for affiliate accounts in Asia or America or completely outside of Europe. But guys like me, I get a little bit money if you open an account, but not if you trade. This is not longer allowed in Europe. This is just a rumor in markets. I just want to talk about this, that you know this. Okay, so Mihai, Ute, good morning. Nice to have you here. Okay, before we start, of course, we want to have a look at the risk disclosure. You know, you're responsible for your own trading. Please be aware that you are responsible for your own trading. Okay, so what's on our watch list for today? Upcoming numbers today is we have 3 retail sales at 11 o'clock in European Monetary Union. Then we have the ISM service PMI at 4 o'clock. And of course, at 8 o'clock, the FOMC minutes the report. That's the numbers, so please be aware of that. Okay, so let's come to our trades. And you know, trading is the most important thing we can do. And let me tell you this again in the morning. There is a big difference if you're a trader or if you're an investor. If you are an investor, then you might be investing in specific products. This could be a currency, this could be a commodity, this could be an index, this could be a share. But if you do so, then you have a really long-term, how should I say, a long-term view. And long-term means up to 3 or 5 years. You want to invest in in a specific product. Let me compare this like investment in your body, in your health. So what you do if you want to invest in your health? Yeah, you underestimate, you investigate, you are looking for some health food. You read reports. You, how should I say, you looking for, you read some, medicine reports. Then you go to the gym, for example. You have a trainer. something like this. So you spend a lot of money and time to invest in your health. This is nothing you do for 1 month or for 3 months or maybe for 1 year, because I guess you want to live a little bit longer. So I guess you do invest in your body and your health because you want to have a long-term life. So you see, this has nothing to do with trading. The same if you want to invest in something, gold, euro, share, then you have a long-term view over years. There you have, this is not a zero-sum game, because you get some money back from the share, or you have a really long-term view. Thomas, Isaac, Yanis, good morning. As a trader, completely different. As a trader, you have just only one thing in focus, and that's the price. Because as a trader, you just make money with buying and selling a product. The product is completely irrelevant. You just make money with buying cheap and selling expensive, or selling expensive and buying cheap. That's the only part in trading. So therefore, trading at itself is a zero-sum game, which means we talk about mathematics. Predictions, analysis, opinions are not mathematics. That's just only a trader's mind. So please be aware of this if you want to be a real trader. This is what I want to show you, and this is what I explain in my online course you can grab on my homepage. Okay, let's have a look at DAX 15 minutes. So as you can see, we came back to the green zone. Exactly. We came back to the green zone. So the point of control here is still, as you can see here, still around 12,824 euros by one future contract. So basically, price is relatively fair, cheap. And by the way, if you have any questions, or if you want that we should analyze something, feel free to ask and to type in the chat box. Okay, let's have a look at the DAX 50 minutes in the trend. So first of all, you can see the perfect entry yesterday was here in the second trend arm. Unfortunately, I missed it. And afterwards, first with this breakthrough, you had the chance to trail the stop loss from a 0.3 into the profit. And afterwards, trail to the last 0.3. And there you made a lovely profit here. That was really cool stuff. So another profitable trade in DAX 15 minutes, for example. So then afterwards, we had a new uptrend, and there was it also possible to open this trade exactly here at the 0.2, for example. After the break through the 0.2, we had the chance to trail the stop loss into the profit, and there you get out with a small profit. And since that time, actually, there is a bit of nothing, because with this current candle, I'm quite sure we will break the uptrend. And then maybe there will occur and there will show up a new downtrend. So for the moment, for the next hours, we can admit and we can assume that there is a downtrend in DAX 15 minutes. Okay, that's about DAX 15 minutes. Let's come to DAX 4-hourly chart. And you see, by the way, in case I haven't mentioned it yet, I love trend following. Look at this one. So in case you open a trade here in the second trend arm at the 0.2, yeah, then you had your first stop loss here above, first of all, above the last 0.3. No, this is not. Sorry. I want to do this. Here, the first stop loss. So after breakthrough, you had the chance to trail it here and then here. And now the stop loss is here, which means it's a bit in profit, which means you can trail the stop loss into profit. Yeah, so actually there is the real stop loss right now. What's about Dow Jones? Yeah, in Dow Jones, I'm still long. Why? Yeah, actually, I'm in a third trend arm. So I open the trade there. I have my stop loss at the last 0.3. So everything is fine. So now here in Dow Jones, the orientation says, okay, point of control is quite up, 34,819, which means basically we have a lot of space to go up. But that does not mean that the downtrend is not able to continue to the short side. So stop interpreting, just follow and don't interpret. So actually there is no break of the downtrend. This downtrend is the correction of the main trend, which is facing upwards. So now there is a changing of the color again. Maybe this might be the chance at maybe 11 o'clock or at lunch to set a stop sell order on the way down in case that the downtrend will continue. Don't forget that this point, because you are a trend trader. And as a trend trader, you have to follow every single trade as long as you can Dow Jones effort on your account, by the way. Bitcoin, just short, no new uptrend, just short, and you know 10 trend arms. Lovely, right? And now, a little bit drum roll. Drum roll. Oh, I love gold, by the way. Look at this one. I haven't, in God's sake, I love trend following so much. So you see, we see a trend continuation right now. So I guess this is a new point 2 here. That means we can trail the stop loss the last 0.3. We are completely safe. Now follow the trend. Ride the buckling horse. Yeah, I know it's a bit of exhausting. I know this requires a lot of human discipline not to go out. We are in profit right now. We cannot lose money. So of course you can cut the profit, you can get out at any time. Of course, if you see, oh, it's not working, it's not going deeper yet. Of course, you can take the money and be happy. But it could be a little bit annoying if there is a little bit correction and the trend then is continuing. So this is a little bit annoying. And then you don't get in again. Maybe you are afraid of, or the rules are not longer there. Yeah, so why you should not follow the trend? Just let it go. It's one chance. It's just up to you. Okay, so here we go. Next one. Drum roll again. Euro US dollar. That's a pure crash. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a pure crash. So look, that's a little bit in the history. So where we are, oh my gosh. Look, that's the deepest point since 1 year. Let's go a little bit higher just to see where we are, not to trade. Oh my gosh, deepest point since 2015, 14, in heaven's sake. That's a crash in Euro USD. So how far can the price go? I don't know, and I don't care because I'm a trend follower. So look at this one. Now you realize why trend following, why the big guys in trend following make so much money in higher time frames, because they follow the trend. Okay, so we can do the same. Stop losses in profit. Actually, there is nothing to do. Okay, let's come to our running trades. So first of all, we start with Aussie JPY. So look what I did here. I went in here short. In the second trend arm, here I opened a position here. Then I saw a new point 2. Therefore, I trailed my hard stop into the profit. So I could not lose money. But I could see, okay, price is turning around. I have to speculate and I have to follow the trend. So I opened a trade yesterday again. And that means I actually a little bit in profit. Stop loss comes back to the last 0.3. Okay. When we reach the 0.2 or we see a trend continuation, I will trail my stop loss into profit again. Euro Aussie. In Euro Aussie, I actually have 2 trades open. First of all, the long, which is protected with my stop loss into the profit. But now you see I have there is a short trend also. There is a short trend, and therefore, after this correction, I open the trade at the 0.2. I get a new 0.2. That means I trail my hard stop immediately into the profit. Because if the price is going up, I have to assume or suppose that the long trend will continue, and I don't want to make a loss with my trades. Yeah, I hate red numbers in my account. So therefore, protection of the money is the most important thing in trading. So because if the price is going higher and will turn around and my rules fit again, I can make a re-entry. Yeah, and the long trend is still running. What's about EURJPY? Lovely, lovely. We are deep in profit, 400 pips for the moment. Why? Yeah, we opened the trade in the second trend arm. Yeah, and then we trailed the hard stop into the profit. The price came back, and then we are continuing here. So now I could trail my stop loss to the last 0.3, and now I'm a trend follower. Just let it go. That's a lovely thing. Let it go. Euro Kiwi, still in a long position because we have a pyramiding system here. Both trades are here at the last 0.3, but we have to suppose there, and we have to admit that there is a new up-down trend. Yeah, and don't forget this, because every trade or every trend has to be traded. Then on my watch list is British pound, Australian dollar. I have 2 trades open. So first you have the short here, and the short means we are in a second trend since weeks. The correction starts at beginning of May. Now we have July, but the trend is still valid. And we are still, technically spoken, in the second trend arm. And we are also in the second trend arm of a long. So which trend will continue? You will never know. So I can tell you what people used to do. Now they start with fundamental analysis. Do you need fundamental analysis for your trading? You can, but you don't. Why is it? Listen to the word analysis. It's just an explanation of your private opinion, what it could happen. But trading is a zero-sum game. You need a mathematic edge. And what could happen is not a mathematic edge. An analysis is not a mathematic edge. It's just an explanation of what could happen. And every time you have to say it could happen, how high, what kind of number is the probability? 50%. It could happen or it could not happen, which means it's a 50-50. And with 50-50, guys, you cannot make money in a zero-sum game. You need a mathematic edge which is higher than 50%. So therefore, it's nice if you have a fundamental analysis. Now you can analyze British pound. You can analyze the economic numbers of British pound or Australian dollar. You can have a deep insight about the rates, about the economies, something like this. But this is just always an explanation of anything else. If you ask another trader, maybe in Australia, or maybe a very well-educated analyst of the Goldman Sachs Bank, do you really think this guy has the same analysis like you or me? You know, this is absolutely impossible. So any kind of analysis, it is what it is. It is, it remains, and it will always just an explanation and an analysis. This is not, that's not rules. It's not a strategy. So therefore, a strategy is rules. And as a trend follower, you have to follow every single trend. And if it's not working, then you have a stop loss. Pound Canadian dollar. Yeah, we are actually in loss because I tried to follow the long trend. And actually, we are a little bit weak in price. Maybe the short will continue, but therefore I have my stop loss there. Next one, Pound JPY. Same procedure like in EURUSD. You see, that's the same procedure and the same price behavior. Actually, there was a corrective uptrend. This was not working, and the downtrend is continuing. And now, actually, maybe we reach the 0.2 again, and maybe we will have the next candle close below 0.3. Yeah, then we can trail the hard stop a little bit closer. Yeah, of course, you can take the money right now. Or maybe when the next balance candle will show up, then you can take the money and say, okay, I take the move, I take the money, I'm absolutely happy with this. Yes, then it's fine. Don't forget, the next one is the fourth trend arm. And you know, if you want to get in again to participate from a long running trend, which we don't know yet, but it could happen, yeah, then it's annoying if you're not a part of it, because you cannot, you can break the rules. But every time you break the rules, you violate your your subconsciousness. Don't forget this, you are a human being. Next one, British pound dollar. You see how it works. I was prepared for the long was not working, I get out. I was prepared for the short, and the short is working right now. My stop loss is in profit, nothing can happen. Kiwi cat. I was also prepared for long. It was not working. I was prepared for short. That's working. So now we saw trend continuation here. I was able to trail my stop loss there. Everything is fine. And now we see what happens next. First option, we get out. Then we have a lovely profit. Or the trend will continuing. Then also we have money. Or maybe a new uptrend will show up. Should we interpret right now? No. You know what's the best thing as a trend follower with this strategy, the combination between DowHow and trend following? You know what's the best benefit is ever at all? You don't have to interpret. You just have to follow what you see, because every single candle is the legacy of what happens around the world of all traders that are involved in New Zealand Canadian dollar, because everything what happens around is visible here in the current candle. That's how trading is working. How cool is this? And this is the real inner freedom of a trader. If you don't have to analyze, if you don't have to interpret, this consistently uncertainty of your interpretation, or maybe I hope it will happen, so I interpret. No, the real freedom comes from following what you see. That's the cool thing in trading. So last but not least, the dollar JPY. Actually, I have two trades open. The long position here was opening there. in the second trend arm, stop loss above the last 0.3, and also open position now for a short because there is a downtrend also, and there the stop loss is above the last 0.3. I'm really excited. I'm really excited which trend will continue. I'm really excited. So with one of them, I will make money, of course. And if I realize that the point of control in all JPY pairs is much way down, maybe we get a long running trend, maybe, but we should be and we must be a part of that. Okay. Actually, I just have one proposal for today, and this is still Euro-British pound. Actually, we are still in the fourth trend arm, and I have a stop buy order on the way up, and then the stop loss is above the last 0.3. And yeah, let's see what happens next. This is more chances actually I don't have. Okay, guys, that was my part for today. I hope I could teach you a little bit on this lovely Wednesday. And now I wish you a wonderful trading day. And I want to say thank you for joining this YouTube. Maybe you can share it, you can like it, you can give me a comment below this video, or you can tell your people around that you will find a structured trading here without of any emotions, controlling emotions. And then we can grow up our family and we can reach more people with stable and successful trading. I'm Marcus from DowHow Trading. Click the links below this video. I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow again. Have courage and be kind. And may the force of the logic be with you. See ya tomorrow.